Welcome guys to another video. I'm going to be giving my reaction to the Winter Warmup 2021 event. But first, I am going to decorate my city. So I decorated my city. Now it's not as good as I wanted it to do, but right now I am broke on golden keys and platinum keys. I'm sure a lot of us are broke if we bought a lot of stuff from the Black Friday sale, but this is what I decorated. So I got a Christmas tree, holiday tree over here. You got the sledding park. Let's go over the tour here. Ice skating rink over here. Look, two big ice skating rinks. And as you saw earlier, this basically Winter Wonderland. You got the two holiday train ride parks, the sledding. It's basically like a Winter Wonderfest, essentially, for Christmas. And as you can see, that was my decoration for Christmas. Let's go and go to this event. So most of the specializations will be in the parks if you click on the event. However, there will be specializations that it does not say which category specializations these Christmas buildings are in, and winter buildings too. So it doesn't say, but there's also other ones besides the park specializations. I'm going to show you those so you don't miss those out because it's not going to tell you about them. So these are the different ones. You have the sledding park. It's going to cost 18,000 simoleons. I greatly enjoy that they're having a specialization that costs simoleons because that's going to be easy to get. That's the only thing that I can afford right now because I'm broke in like every other currency. At least stuff where I could buy specializations. So I really appreciate that because simoleons are the easiest currency to get in the game. Now the ice skating rink, 11 by 10 area, 25%. This is going to cost 5 keys. That's not bad. You know, it's very cheap. It's going to give you a 25% boost. I think it's fairly favorable. More of a winter theme, you know, not just a Christmas theme because, you know, ice, snow, winter, especially those of us that are in regions where we experience snow and maybe we there's ice skating rinks out there. This is a whole winter thing, so you can keep that around for probably longer than Christmas. So then you got the holiday tree. This is the best thing yet because they have a Christmas tree in your city. I think it's typical in real life of real cities, you know, lighting the tree, having a Christmas tree there. I think that's amazing. 7 keys. It's going to give you a 30% boost for a 9 by 10 area. So, again, not a big boost, but essentially, it looks extremely good. What's more Christmas than for decorations, you gotta go with the Christmas tree. It's really good. It spells Christmas decorations, and you can tell it's Christmas themed when you see that tree. So I think it's amazing. It's one of the best. Now, remember, if you saw what I was building, I had this stuff already. Now, I didn't buy it from this year. One problem that I took with this event is that they recycled. And I'm tired of them recycling, essentially. And I've seen this, and I've seen people complain on Twitter before about this, is that the game, what they do is they don't give us new Christmas specializations. No. They give us the same ones that we had last year. These were all around last year in 2020, maybe beyond that last year. And they had these same stuff. So it's kind of annoying when you recycle the same thing over and over and over again because it just shows a lack of creativity that there's no new specializations for the people to buy. And, you know, it's sad when we see recycling in events. And this usually happens in holiday events I've seen it in Halloween, now Christmas. By the way, hey, Merry Christmas to you all. We're 3 weeks away. Yes, 3 weeks away from today. I know, I can't believe it. Holiday Fountain Park. This is a 10 by 10 area, 50% boost, really good, but not that big of an area. And, you know, I think it's fairly good, but it's small, and at a 10 by 10 area for a price of 320 SimCash, it's just not worth it, right? That SimCash, I'm tired of seeing specializations in events that cost SimCash, just because SimCash is so hard to get. Frankly, there's not many people that are rich in it, and it's very hard to get sim cash in general. So to have specializations which cost sim cash is just ridiculous, and it limits the amount of people that can get those specializations. But you know what? I want to see what you guys are going to do in design challenges. What you mayors are going to do in design challenges. Because they might have some Christmas design challenges. And using these specializations, there's going to be some creativity flowing with these decorations, essentially. A holiday market, you know, it's a 12 by 12 area. Free 30% boost. 240 sim cash. You know, again, I state the problem that they have a specialization that costs sim cash in an event. Now, I understand if you have really good specializations. For example, let me say like the football stadium, which is a good specialization. It costs a lot of sim cash, but it's very good, that are permanently there. But I don't believe in having limited time ones that cost sim cash unless they're extremely good. Now, if they're extremely good, well, I guess that justifies it, right? But the holiday market, well, if you look at the statistics, a 12 by 12 area and 30% boost, it's mediocre. But at the same time, what you're looking at, a good specialization would have to be probably, I consider a good specialization, at least a 16 by 16 area with at least a 40% boost. And, you know, it doesn't have any of those. So, you know, it's mediocre, but it's not worth sim cash. I definitely. Holiday Train Ride Park, as you could see, those were the ones I had. Again, this cost 50,000 simoleons. Now, this is a lot, especially for some of you low-level players that haven't played the game a lot and haven't collected enough taxes. But this is good, too, because this is a really big specialization. It gives you a 40% boost only for a 12 by 12 area. But a 40% boost, it's a little better than mediocre. It's kind of mediocre, but it's fairly good. And for the cost of simoleons, that's really good. You know, I could buy so much right now, and I'm sure a lot of you can, because simoleons are the easiest currency to get. So I like when they include easy specializations that we can decorate with, like the Holiday Train Ride Park, where we can buy it with simoleons, because this makes it more, as I said, more accessible to low-level players, because simoleons, or at least richer players, because this helps you to decorate your city a lot, whereas you don't have to, you know, make your bank bankrupt, essentially. You don't have to, you know, be broke on golden keys, platinum keys, sim cash. You don't have to do that, because those currencies are hard to get sometimes. So use your simoleons, which are really easy to get. Now you have the Holiday Village, and this is going to cost 15 keys. A 12 by 12 area, 35% boost. It's pretty good, but again, at the same price, at a 15%, at 15 keys, I really question if it's worth it. But it is really cool. I mean, looking at this aesthetically, I think it's amazing. As I said, I like the Holiday Train Ride Park. You know, as you see, the Holiday Fountain Park and Holiday Market. Well, Holiday Market's pretty big, but the Holiday Fountain Park is pretty small. Just so you know, that's the area right there. But I like how they're making it available to people that don't want to spend other currencies. And this is one main topic in this video, is that making it available for people that only want to spend simoleons. Here's another example. The big ice skating rink, a 12 by 14 area, 35% boost, which again, it's not the best, but that's fairly good. And for some low-level players, that's really good. And the fact that it costs simoleons, again, this one, 35,000, essentially what it does is it makes it more accessible for people to buy it, because again, you look at the differences, and you can see the differences if you look at my currencies. You can see, you know, these are my regional currencies, omega currencies, or neo-simoleons. And as you can see, there's a huge difference, and as you can see, it's disproportionately favored to simoleons. And I have way more than any other currency, and that's generally just because they're easier to get. So when an event includes specializations that cost simoleons, it essentially helps people buy more, because they have so much more simoleons than they do any other currency, and you know, it helps them really buy more. I like the aesthetics of a lot of them. So I like that. I hope that becomes a theme in later events, having more specializations that cost simoleons, because, again, this makes it more accessible for people. Now, you have the Extreme Skating Park. This is the first one of the Christmas specializations that's going to cost you platinum keys. It will cost 8. It will give you a 40% boost for a 12 by 12 area. You know, it's pretty good, and I honestly like how it looks. It's really cool, honestly. And, you know, if you are rich in platinum keys, I would recommend buying it. I'm probably not going to buy it, because then I'll be really broke. But, yeah, you know, it's pretty good. I'll give that one a solid rating, you know. If But again, don't do it if you're broke. But if you do Mayor's Pass a lot, spend those platinum keys. Like that's gonna be worth it. Again, you can only decorate now, right? It's not gonna look good if you decorate after Christmas. So decorate now. You only got 3 weeks left. Come on, decorate now, people. Okay, so then you got the merry-go-round. Now this can count as a good specialization because it's about a good specialization. 14 by 14 area, 40% boost. And it's little too, so it doesn't take up much space. So honestly, it's very good. However, then there's the price, and this is what irritating. First off, it's just a merry-go-round. There's not really much Christmassy about it, just to start with. So it's out of theme. Number one is there's the negativity. There is that it's out of theme. But also look at the price: 560 sim cash, 560. That's an outrageous price. It honestly is, because nobody's gonna buy that. Nobody can stack their cities with it. If somebody does buy it, it's gonna be one, and this is only gonna be maybe the higher level players. And even high-level players don't always have sim cash. It's very hard to get sim cash. And when they make this, they just have a bunch of specializations that barely any people are going to have. And I think it's just pointless that they have these specializations that, cost sim cash in limited time events. Of course, you need them for all time, but limited time events, these should not cost sim cash because they are a hard currency to get. Now you get... The rest of these are actually all cost sim cash. This is where it gets annoying. The Merry-Go-Round, Holiday Shopping Center, Santa's Greetings, Holiday Hotel, and Festive Boulevard. These all cost sim cash. These are all annoying, and nobody's going to have all of them because if it had all of them, it would cost thousands, and frankly, that would be a waste. So you're not going to have all of them, and it's just a waste to have all of these because you're wasting time creating specializations that not everyone's going to buy. Well, why is nobody going to buy it? Well, because it's too expensive. And, I think the game needs to think that when we talk about limited time events, this is limited time, I don't want to see recycling, and I want to see accessibility. I want to see accessibility where we have more specializations that maybe cost simoleons, which is the most accessible, easiest currency to get, and less specializations that cost sim cash, which is a struggle to get, and you're frankly wasting time when you're making these specializations that barely any people are going to have, only the very rich, and it's going to benefit the few, essentially. So the Holiday Shopping Center boost, that's a 14 by 16 area. That's a giant boost. That's a really good specialization, and it's 580 sim cash. Do not buy the merry-go-round. That would be a waste. I would say for 20 sim cash more, go with the Holiday Shopping Center. It looks to me like a better deal. Aesthetically, it looks amazing. Again... Besides the fact that it's expensive, I like that aesthetically. I like the boost. Santa's Greetings, 40%, 14 by 14 area. This costs 560 sim cash. Now that's pretty big. That's actually pretty cool. It's looks like that's Santa's throne, I guess. And 560 sim cash. Again, I don't want that. All right, but look at what it says. Whisper your wishes in Santa's ear. Please no coal this year. Well, I'm going to give this event coal because this event has been very bad, all right? Because pricing. However, they gave us, you know what? I'm not going to, be so negative. I don't want to be, the bearer of bad news. Essentially, there are some good things in here. There are some good aesthetic applications here. You can make your city look Christmassy or wintry. And, there are some good things here. But this is the part where I have a problem, is number one, recycling, and number two, the sim cash specializations. And again, here's another one, Holiday Hotel. This will be a 45% boost, a 14 by 14 area, 580 sim cash. Again, we're just going to go through these. Expensive, that's what it looks like aesthetically. Just a hotel. I would recommend not. The Festive Boulevard, this is a 50% boost, 14 by 12 area, 80%. That's barely a Christmas specialization. Can I just say that? That's barely a Christmas specialization. You know why? Look, if you look very closely, there's two Christmas trees. Besides that, it's just a bunch of buildings with lights. You can barely tell that that's a Christmas specialization. And, it's frankly aesthetically a failure there. Because you can't really tell it's Christmas. It just looked like buildings. And, that's not the point of this event. I will say I was surprised that they gave us all this. I know this was a lot to handle because they gave us a lot, and I was actually generally surprised. With what happened at Halloween, they did it like the last minute, like the last week of Halloween, and now they give us 3 weeks early before Christmas, so maybe there's more planned, so it gives hope that there could be more planned. Now, this is something that they're not going to tell you, and this is something that you may only hear from me, because they have not told you this, but at least from the event, they will not tell you in this, because they'll send, when you press this, Winter Warmup 2021, you will go straight to the perks category. They will not tell you that there are also 2 new specializations, that are Winter and Christmas, and they're here. So if you go to the landscape category, again, they're not going to tell you this, so you probably should be hearing this first from me. But, so you go to the landscape category. Let's scroll down. There's going to be new forests. Now, I know a lot of people in design challenges love forests because, aesthetically, they look good. Especially for design challenges, trees and stuff. So, winter forest, look, that's what they're going to give us. There's going to be a winter forest, and I think, it's going to cost 30 sim cash. It's going to be a 10 by 10 area, 8% boost. I think the people that love design challenges are going crazy right now. And I know, why would they go crazy for 8% boost, 10 by 10 area? Let me tell you, and you know what I'm talking about if you compete in design challenges. If you're a person that likes design challenges, you essentially do not care sometimes about the population boost. And what I mean is that people will take aesthetic things like trees and lakes and ponds, something that doesn't give you a boost, but it looks aesthetically pleasing. And people in design challenges, this will be very successful, a winter forest, so I'm going to be interested. That's going to be very good. Then you have the lake house sauna, but see, both of these cost sim cash. And I don't understand the point of that, because we cannot get it unless we spend sim cash. Now, they could have made this, again. Now, it is cheap sim cash. It's more of a winter theme. I don't think that's explicitly Christmas, like the winter forest and lakeside sauna. That's not explicitly Christmas through the rest of the winter. And I would recommend using that. Now, there's one more that they're not going to tell you, and this is going to be in the mountain category. New limited time specialization in the mountain category. And this is going to be the new limited time snow castle. Again, this costs sim cash. This is going to be 8 by 30 area, a 55% boost. It's going to be a giant area, and 8 by 30, it's pretty good because it's a mountain, so it's going to go, as you can see, it's going to go in a straight line. It's not going to be a wide area. It's going to be kind of like this narrow strip right here. So what's going to happen if you buy that, essentially, it's going to cost sim cash again. It'll give you free epic points, which is amazing, but all of these cost sim cash, and if you notice the trend, too many of these cost sim cash. And the past specializations that I've been reviewing have all cost sim cash. And you know what? That's what I find ridiculous. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. But let me wrap this up with giving this event some stars, and let me summarize everything I said. So in conclusion, I'm going to give this event a 3 star. Or you know what? No, I'll give it a 3 star, yes. Because, it's okay. First, let's go the pros and the cons. The pros, they gave us some good Christmas stuff to decorate. The cons were that it was recycled, but there was not much new creativity. A lot of it was recycled from 2020 Christmas event. So that's a little disappointing. The good things are we had a lot of specializations, and now we even saw specializations that cost simoleons, which easy to buy. The con, well, there's too many that cost sim cash, and there's a lot of these that nobody's going to have every one, and that diminishes, that greatly affects the creativity of the designers, of the artists in this game, because this game is an art essentially for some people, especially those who compete in design challenges. Designing and to make every specialization so hard to get, it's essentially limiting it to a few. So the stuff that does cost simoleons, like the holiday park, the sledding park, and the ones that do cost simoleons, when you go to other cities, you're going to probably see those more often. But yeah, the ones that you're probably not going to see, the ones that cost sim cash a lot. So I'm going to give it a 3 star. Again, I'm tired of the recycling. But there's, again, before we end, there's my decorated city. I got the Winter Wonderfest. All the Sims are coming. And now it's Christmas time, 3 weeks away. Merry Christmas to you all. Have a good day. I appreciate it if you read the description. Thank you so much for all your support. I really do appreciate it. And thank you.